Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss about elements of cost. The cost of product may be divided into three principal elements such as materials, labor and expenses. The materials cost of material for making a product. If we discussed about labor means cost of remuneration of the employee. If we are going to discuss about expenses means the cost of services provided. So the three major elements once again splitted into different types of elements, such as the material is once again divided into two types, direct material and indirect material. So what is direct material cost? Direct material cost is the cost of direct materials required for the manufacturing of the product. What is meant by direct material? Direct material is the one which becomes a part of the product. It is the material which is consumed in the manufacturing of a product. It can be measured and charged directly to the cost of the product. Examples: mild steel bar used to manufacturing spindles. Cast iron is used to manufacturing pulleys. So these are some of the examples for direct material cost. Then next, indirect material cost. What is meant by indirect material cost? Indirect material cost is one which cannot be traced as a part of the product. It is the material required for maintaining and operating the plant and equipment, but it cannot be a part of the product. Examples of indirect materials are grease, cotton waste, oil, coolants used to control the job, etc. Then we are moving to labor cost. What is labor cost? Labor cost is the cost spent to the workers who are directly or indirectly involved in the manufacturing operations. Once again, the labor cost is split into two types. One is direct labor cost and another one is indirect labor cost. What is direct labor cost? Direct laborers are the workers who actually work or process different materials either manually or with the help of machines. Examples of direct laborers are worker or operator working on various machines in different shops like machine shop, welding shop, foundry shop, carpentry shop, sheet metal shop, etc. Okay, what is indirect labor cost? Indirect laborers are the non-productive staff who helps the productive labor in performing their duties. Examples of indirect laborers are supervisor, inspectors, foreman, storekeeper, gatekeeper, etc. Then we are moving to expenses. What is expenses? All the expenditures other than the direct material cost and direct labor cost are known as expenses. This may be split into two types. One is direct and another one is indirect. What is direct expenses? Direct expenses are those which can be charged directly to a particular job or done for that specific job. Examples of direct expenses are cost of preparing designs, drawings for the manufacture of a particular product. Suppose we are going to use any special jigs and fixers, patents, toolings made for a particular job, or cost of development work done for the specific job. So these all comes under the direct expenses. What is indirect expenses? Indirect expenses are those which cannot be charged directly to a particular product manufactured. Examples: factory expenses, administrative expenses, selling and distribution expenses. So these all comes indirect expenses. What is factory expenses? Factory expenses includes all indirect expenses which are incurred in a connection with the manufacture of the products, right from the receipt of the work order till it is completed and ready for dispatch. Examples: rent for factory building, license fee, electricity and telephone bills of factory, insurance and depreciation costs. So these all comes under factory expenses. Then we are moving to administrative expenses. What is administrative expenses? Administrative expenses includes the expenses which are incurred for general administration and management for efficient and proper functioning of enterprises. Examples: salary of officer and administrative staffs, rent for office building, postage and telephone charges, water and electricity charges for office. These all comes under administrative expenses. Then next one is selling and distribution expenses. Selling expenses are expenses which are incurred for creating and enhancing the demand for the products. Example: salaries of sales manager, clerks and attendants in the sales department. And if we are discussing about distribution expenses are the expenses which are spent for the distribution of the product. Example: cost of advertisement, packaging, delivery and distribution expenses, and then rent of warehouses. So these all comes under the indirect expenses.